Good morning, YouTube. So today's gonna be a big day for me because I don't know if you guys heard, but I stopped gardening. I literally just made the decision. I'm stressed about this, that, and the other. I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to save money. I'm trying to get my mind right. But I'm going around and smoking weed all day, every day. Or sorry, can I say that on YouTube? I'm going around gardening all day, every day. No. I'm sorry. I may not have finished my economics degree, but I constantly think an economic way, if that makes sense, I'm just nah, my resource, this, that, and the other. I'm constantly thinking about ways to just do things save money, increase my savings, do this, do that. My place, it's messy. It's so messy back there. I'm literally living out of my Hyundai Elantra right now. But again, man, I already know things. I could have been upset. I could have been crying. I could have been this, that. I could go back. I could leave Colorado because I have no family. I have no friends here. And I could go back. I could go back to Vegas where I didn't really have friends or family. I was building there. I had family. My grandma lives there, but that's it. And my mom visits her a couple times a year. But there was something, again, I was comfortable there. It was cheaper. There were more job opportunities, but again, it's Vegas at the end of the day. Unless you have your own business, what are you doing? Making money out in Vegas, it's like the whole tourist thing. It's difficult making money. Having your own business, yeah, that's when the money comes in. For Vegas and even for Hawaii, places like that. I grew up in Hawaii, on Oahu. Yeah, maybe I'll make a story time or something about that, but I need to stop. Goodness. I didn't realize how obsessed people were with things. To move to the mainland, again, it was just life's stayed throwing me curveballs, but life. See, I can't even think. I'm just too excited right now. It is 6:30. The only thing I'm really waiting for, see that, is my watch to charge, because I forgot to charge it yesterday or last night, and I don't. Yeah, so at least 50%. Once I get it to at least 50%, I will be going to the gym. Yeah. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I know I mentioned DoorDash in my last video, but I cannot give her enough praise. And she's right. Just post it. I've had so many videos. I had this one video I had in my TikTok, and I'm starting to think I had that video in my drafts for over a year before I finally got rid of it because I was so not confident about it, or I thought it looked stupid, or I thought maybe it's because I showed it to I showed it to my ex and she didn't understand it. So then I was like, oh, this is stupid. This is stupid. She don't think it's funny and she thinks I'm funny. She don't think it's funny. No one can think it's funny. No, I had to get rid of that mindset. For starters, we had different comedic styles anyway. And, oh my god, there was so much with that relationship that I'm not gonna go into right now. But again, I'm to the point where I'm not doing things for other people anymore. I spent my whole life doing things for other people. Oh, is this good? Is that good? I don't want to do that. I think way too much. I stay in my head way too long. And it does me way more harm than good. Like, way more harm. When I was a kid, I used to, or when I was in high school, I don't know, I thought I was stupid at the same time, and I was to the point where I wasn't even turning any assignments. I was failing, like, most of my classes because I was discouraged, but I also dealt with a bunch of things and racism. For on top of that, I didn't realize I was dealing with racism at the time, but I had certain teachers that wouldn't even, when I did finally start, like, when I did release things or give it to them, they'd be like, you didn't write that. That's not how you sound. And I'm like, because I wrote in English, but when I'm around my peers, I'm speaking pidgin. Like, what, you guys don't think I can speak English? So, as you can see, I can speak English. But, you know, when I was a kid, of course, kids are going to want to fit in. Like, I was speaking pidgin like everybody freaking else, and I grew up in Waipahu. I'm not about to be speaking like a fucking haole. Like, I'm not about to be fucking... But anyway, so I got accused of racism. I got accused of plagiarism a lot, and I just kind of just gave up at one point because I just felt like, yeah, what's the point in doing this if they're just going to throw it away or not accept things? And it wasn't until I went to Lelahua, where I wasn't the only black kid in class. In fact, like, half that school was black pretty much. Like, it was the most amount of black kids I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, oh my God, kids who look like me. Like, I was excited. So instead of just, you know, going to school and it's mostly just Hawaiians, Filipinos, you know, Samoans, Tongans, Micronesians, yada, yada, yada. I went to school and I'm like, oh my God, this is where all the niggas at. Like, so, you know, Lalahua is right by, it's in Wahiawa, and it's right by the, you know, the army base. So, get choked. It has a lot of people from, you know, the mainland. So, there's hella white people, hella black people, mainland Asians, stuff like that. Like, so, yeah, it was my first experience. And then the teachers, you know, it was like, they didn't know me. And, you know, just stereotypical, like, most people come from the mainland, they get higher grades because Hawaii education kind of, you know, kind of sucks. So they all assumed I was from the mainland because I was black. They realized I was just coming from Waipahu. So for the first time, I didn't get treated with that whole, oh, you didn't write this, you're just like a fucking local kid from the ghetto. Like, they were like, actually, I felt like the first time I felt seen. Like, they were reading my stuff, and I started, like, I didn't make honor roll, but I was almost there. Like, all my grades were B. Like, I didn't make a single C. They were mostly A's. They were A's and B's. I think I had like a 3.4 or some 3.3. So I was like, what? These are the best grades I've ever got. I got kicked off the track team in my old high school because my grades went up to bar. I was coming to school for tutoring in math. I remember in Waipahu for this, and I was coming before school, during recess, during lunch, after school, you know, trying to get as much as I could out of this class because I just was not getting algebra. And then later I find out it wasn't even me. She just didn't know how to fucking teach it, because when I was in Lelahua, I thrived. But anyway, when I was in Waipahu, this teacher told me one day, because again, I was coming in all this time, but then this little Filipino bitch, this little Filipino girl, the same class as me, who was a junior, and I was a sophomore, we're both taking pre-algebra, she passed her, and she went, and again, she was one of the slowest girls on the team, and she got to go play soccer, do track, da-da-da. Meanwhile, I get kicked off the team, and the teacher was like, I don't know why you're coming. I don't know why you keep coming all these hours. You're just going to fail anyway. You know how discouraging that is? So anyway, I grew up hating school because of how bad I was treated and how my work was thrown away and all this stuff. But I'm not doing that anymore. Fuck the haters. I'm not throwing away. This is my time to shine. This is my fucking work. I didn't steal it from nobody else. These are my words coming out of my mouth. And yeah. Sorry, I went on like a whole bit. I don't even know how we got on this subject. But if you guys want to know more about things, I went to 12 schools on Oahu. 12 schools in Hawaii. And that's only including elementary to high school. That's not including preschool. That's not including college. That's just elementary to grade 11. I say grade 11 because I was a junior 3 times before I finally dropped out of school and said, fuck school. I hate school. Whole time, when I went back in Vegas, I love school. I love to learn. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly Googling things I don't understand. And I let other people discourage me from learning because who knows? They're probably haters. They're probably just... I dealt with a lot of racism growing up, and I didn't know I was dealing with racism at the time. Looking back, I'm like, why did this happen? Why did that happen? Why did I have so much people resisting this? I grew up in a predominantly Asian neighborhoods, Polynesian neighborhoods and stuff like that. And colorism runs deep. You know, when you got like, you know, you go to school and it's like white or black, it's like, okay, got racism. You might have some colorism from the black people, but it's mostly racism from the white people. But you got colorism within the Asian community. Like, it's so bad. Like, it's so bad. And you got to deal with that. And then I went home, and it was bad. Like, it really messed me up. And then I went to, like, a black church. And the only time I did see the black people were at church, it seemed like. And I was always jealous. Like, I want to go to Lelahua. I want to go to Radford, where all the, you know, all these mainland kids thought they were all rich, but they really were just military or comfortable, or not even comfortable. A lot of them were probably living paycheck to paycheck themselves or something, but their parents were just a little more responsible and stuff. But yeah, I'm not gonna go into that in this video. But anyway, end of the day, don't pay attention to other people. That's what I came here for. That's what I wanted to give first thing in the morning, because I have a lot of things to say, and I've been discouraged so much. So because of that, I try to root for other people, fight for other people, do all of this shit. And I'm not doing this for other people anymore. I'm doing this for me. Helping people makes me happy. Reaching out, seeing people struggle, or being able to help people achieve their goals makes me so fucking happy. But at the same time, it gets me prone to being used. But I'm not. You just gotta be careful. There's so many people I've helped, and their life got better after me. And look at me, I'm sleeping in my fucking car. I had a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and I was always letting people stay with me. I'm to the point where I'm like, all right, the people who I've been in contact with, who've helped me in this journey, versus the people who I don't even know, I haven't even heard from, checked on, like none of that. Those people who I've helped and I couldn't even get the same in return, y'all cut the fuck off. Because I'm not going to be down here for long. I'm not going to be down here forever. I'm doing this to save money. I already got my job offer. With the state. The government. I've been trying to get a government job since I was 18. I'm about to be 32, guys. And I start the week before my 32nd birthday. I'm going to be able to get benefits. I'm going to be able to hopefully take that and get me an apartment. But for now, I got about a month of door dashing. So I'm going to sleep in my car, obviously, when I get that job. But I'll be working so much overtime. I'll rarely be sleeping. I'll be at work most of the day. And then it won't even be that bad. I'm excited. I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. Because if you come across this video, what are you doing? Maybe you need to quit. Maybe you need to quit smoking, gardening. Maybe you need to quit smoking cigarettes. Maybe you need to quit smoking weed, crack, meth, whatever you're doing. Maybe you need to stop playing in the snow. Maybe there's something you need to stop doing. Maybe it's something, maybe it's your day to put that step forward. Stop letting people lie to you. Stop letting their words affect you. Because this isn't their life. This is your life. A lot of people are miserable in their own life, so they project that to others. Nah. And on that note, time for me to go to the gym.